Everyone, now I hope you've had a lovely holiday. I've had a lovely holiday. I will talk about it later. I think it's important, but anyway, what has this week been like? Now, this is my fifth year. Can you believe that? 5 years in this school. It feels like about a year, to be honest. This is my fifth year, and this is by far the best start we've ever made. And I know I'm positive all the time, but I'm telling you now, it's the best start we've ever made. And you might think, well, there's only been a couple of days with pupils, but we've been in since Monday. And when you first do a presentation on a Monday, after the staff have had 6 weeks off, and they're going back to work, it's not necessarily going to have positive people, in theory, because actually, people don't know it, and people think, oh, 6 weeks off, what are you complaining about? But teaching's hard, and you go from having like a life where you actually see your kids and are normal to a pretty intense job. We don't get me wrong, and we love it, but it's an intense job. So on that first day, you think, how are they going to be? And I mean it when I say it, this is the most motivated, most positive I've ever seen a group of staff in any school I've been in. It was ridiculous. I was throwing out pretty average jokes and they were laughing. I thought, this is only good, right? I then was going around the staff and they were talking all about how they can make their lessons better, how they can keep pushing on. I went to another group and I swear they didn't start talking when I walked in. They were just talking about how lucky they were to be in this school. And they are right, because we've got brilliant staff and we've added some more absolutely superb staff this summer. We've got unbelievable resources. Like, what a building. It's a bit hot at the minute, but what a building. And then finally, we've got the pupils. And the pupils came in on Thursday, and straight away the year sevens, they were perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then the other year groups came in. Year 11s, really ready for their exams. Year 12, we're doing all this new stuff with Aspire, all really motivated. And then the next lot came in on Thursday, and it's just carried on. And I know this school's excellent because we've been told it's excellent by the inspectors, but it really is. And I can see it getting better and better and better. So I'm delighted. Just thought you should know. And then one of the things you check to try and check whether you are as good as you think you are exam results. And for a head teacher, you're trying to have a nice holiday, but about halfway through, you've got the fear because exam results come out and you want the absolute best for your pupils. And I can say, and I'll give you more detail later on, they were by far the best results we've ever had. Both in A-level and at GCSE. And the results just keep on getting bigger, better and better and better and better. I'll give you a snapshot. 25% of our pupils got an A-star or A in English. That is ridiculous. For example, in 2019, it was only 11%. So that's a huge increase. And it's shown we are teaching to the top, which is really, really important. Really happy with pupils. Loads of great examples of pupils going to the top universities. And we're going to keep on pushing on that, because my belief is if you go to Whitmore High, you have the choice to go to a top university or do whatever you want after school. But the way you get that choice is by getting the best grades. And this year I'm going to be talking much more, especially around about November, about the assessment week, which is happening in December, where every pupil's having their assessments. And we're going to spend 5 weeks revising for it, because that is how you do well in exams. And we're going to get that culture going. So make sure you don't book holidays in the last week and a half of the term, because that's when they're having their exams. Okay, right, what else I want to talk about? A couple of things. So you'll have seen the golf happening, all the clubs. You're going to get a letter out very soon about the clubs that are happening. Year 7 having a meeting about it today. All the form teachers are giving out the club sheets. Make sure your children sign up for the clubs. It's the most important thing. There's a couple of little niggles in the first week. So you might have noticed the canteen, or you might have had your children say the canteen was quite busy, like it was. And it's because we've got to get something fixed in the LRC to make it so. I don't want to bore you with it, but we're getting it fixed, and that will halve the queue. So please don't worry about that. Your children will get to eat, and we're extending break just in case. What else? It's boiling. And there's no two ways about it. It's absolutely boiling in the building. Apart from in Mr. Hilborn's room, where he's got air conditioning. Don't know how he pulled that off, but he has, right? For everyone else, it is really hot, but do not panic. The pupils have been brilliant, and next week it's going to be a lot cooler. And that's really it, really. For me, holiday-wise, because I know you want to know, I stayed in Wales, and Wales was ridiculously cold. So what do you do when it's really cold? You go crab fishing. I'm telling you now, I've gone from being a poor crab fisher to buying my own shirt with crabs on. That's how good a crab fisher I've become. There were people coming up to, admittedly it was meant for my kids. They were coming up to see us how are you doing it? I'm quite proud of that, so I thought you should know. Anyway, my 5 minutes is going up. It's about to run out, so have a lovely week. Thank you. Bye-bye.